Welcome, everyone, to day of four of the summer 21 NYC 4-day funding um, crash course. Okay, funding crash course. So Monday, day one, we had Operation Hope. We had Truist Bank. Okay, day two, we had Credit Suite. Talk about funding from Credit Suite. Day three, we had Nick from ROK Financial. Okay. And today is a big day. Today, we're going to talk about how to get $250,000 in business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social and easily access credit lines and business loans. And today, I'm going to go really into detail, as much detail as I can get. So, and also, what we're going to do is something special. Somebody's going to get blessed. Did y'all get that email saying somebody's going to get blessed? All right, this is the blessing. The blessing is I'm going to give someone for free a business setup where I'm going to set up their business, help them set up their business for them. All right. I'm going to show you how to set the Secretary of State, get your EIN number, set up your website. I'm going to show you that stuff. I'm going to show you how to get your Dun and Bradstreet number, and somebody will get that for free today. So let's start out by putting in the chat, your name, your entity of business, what you do, and what state you're from. And out of that list of people that do the check-in, I'm going to select someone to get the free business setup. On top of that, Credit Suite blessed me with a certificate that I can provide a core package for the low. So if you can't afford if you want the core package and you can't afford it, I'm going to make it possibly affordable today. So for people that are interested in the core package, okay? So, and we're going to do that at the end, right? I'm going to pick the winner who gets the free item, and then I'm going to pick, then I'm going to let you know what the super homeboy hookup special is going to be for today, all right? And that's going to be for today only, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me get to my screen and make it real nice and clean. Okay. Okay, right about now, you should be able to see my full PowerPoint presentation, right? Businesscreditbuilder.us. Today, we're going to talk about how to get $250,000 in business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social and easily get business loans and credit lines, right? All right, and we're going to go through some extra details that I don't normally go through, all right? Because this is the big blowout, day 4 of 4 of the summer 21 NYC. And the reason why I got the NYC in, because I'm in New York now, right? And I'm driving back to Georgia tomorrow morning. And so that's why we got the New York theme. And throughout the presentations, I've been showing you pictures of places I've been and stuff, right? Okay, so for those that don't know me, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr., and I am the CEO at businesscreditbuilder.us LLC. And you see my contact information. Do not hesitate to give me a call if you got a question. And you got the buttons at the bottom. So the first button on the left is to let you know that you can get a free guide on how to build business credit. Can you even fathom that? a free guide on how to build business credit. You go to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. And then the blue button is how you can get a free business credit consultation. And that's what you do when you want to talk to me about the packages that we offer. Okay. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to give you the rundown for the packages that we offer. And somebody's going to get the homeboy hookup today because I got a certificate from corporate that said I can give a huge discount today. Okay. All right. So just some background about me, right? I'm born and raised in New York City in Queens, Morehouse College. Well, I went down to Morehouse, Georgia to go to Morehouse College. I studied accounting. Um, my first job was at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company in the corporate accounting department. And I wound up getting laid off there and laid off another job, right? But I've always been entrepreneurial, and I started a company called MediaNet USA. And what we do at MediaNet USA is bookkeeping and accounting services for small business. We also do web hosting, make websites for small business, and now I talk about business credit. Okay. And let me tell you this story real quick, right? But bust this, right? So this is how I found out about business credit. I got a client named Jay, right? So Jay has a freight company. And I'm working at Jay's freight company. And so I'm working at Jay's freight company doing accounting. And he also got me doing websites for his companies and his clients, right? So what happened was, what happened was, um, I noticed that $250,000 hit the bank every time I did a website. So I said, yo, Jay, I need to make some money. Can you find something for me to do? He said, this is what you do. Find a company, and we're going to do a deal with this company, and you can make some money off the deal, right? So I said, okay, bet. So I've got my boy, Philly Phil. Philly Phil got this company he's just sitting on, right? He ain't doing nothing with the company. He's just sitting on the company. I told him what I was seeing. He said, okay, let's try it, right? So I made the website up just like Jay was telling me to make the website up, right? And then 6 months later, we walked into Chrysler with a $250,000 credit line. And we walked out of there with 4 brand new vans that we run on Amazon Prime today. So I know this works because we did this without a personal credit check. Okay. And but he never told me how he did that. So I did some research, right? And that's how I'm here today because I did some research and I found out how you build business credit the real way. And I'm gonna tell you more about his story at the end, right? So I'm gonna tell you some more about how he is putting together his deals, right? Okay, so let's move forward. That's how I found out about business credit was from Jay, all right? So how you can get business credit within 7 days or less, that's linked to your EIN, not your social, even if you are a startup or have bad personal credit now. Then immediately start using it to get the credit you want and need, even from major sources like Target, Walmart, Staples, Lowe's, Visa, MasterCard, and more. How you can access loans even as a startup, have credit challenges, or lack collateral. Okay. Most people fail trying to get money and grow their business. Most people try to get money from the bank when they need money. Most don't know that EIN credit can be built regardless of personal credit quality. Many apply for credit in the wrong order. Okay. So that's important. Applying for credit in the wrong order. That's important. Building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step. Many entrepreneurs don't know that money is available based on business strengths. Okay? This seminar is for you if you are looking for money to start or grow a business, or you want to build credit that is not linked to your social. Haha. Okay. Now, before we start, let's see who did the check-ins. As we do the check-ins, let's see who we got. Miss Overstreet. She was a regular throughout the series. Let's see. Dot Norman. She's one of my clients. She still comes in here and learns stuff regularly. All right. She has business to business services out of Douglasville, Georgia. Shay is in the building. Miss Ivory is in the building. She's been coming regularly also. Let's see. Who's that? Mel's. Okay, Mel is in here on her iPhone. And Miss Overstreet, she's the CEO of Indigo Blue Construction. She does that construction. That's right. And she's 30308 ATL. I'm 303118. Zone 1. What up? Let's see who else is in here. Tiffany, I see you, Tiff Blue, Columbus, Ohio, skincare, licensed esthetician. She's been in here for the series from day one. Okay. Who else we got? Jamel Crawford. He's the founder of Crawford Enterprises LLC from the Philly. Who we got? Shay Bruton. She's a business supply, hair care, and notary signing firm. All right, Shay. And she's in McDonough, Georgia. That's down south of Atlanta. Let's see, Miss Ivory. She has the mobile bar. That's right. She's been in here. I know you like she's like I feel like I know her already, right? She's been in here. All right. Nisha. She has Nisha Retailer, Atlanta, Georgia. Um, Miss Maxwell. She has Haviland. Is that I pronounced that right? Haviland. Creative Group LLC, Columbus, Ohio. Her business is workshops and training for creative actors on how to grow their businesses. All right, there. ATL, let go. ATL's in the building, right? We representing ATL. Hell yeah. Tell them Overstreet. Tell them Miss Overstreet. That's right. Okay, let's get started. What is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score for its EIN number. The credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's ability to pay. The business can qualify for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, and more. Okay, why business credit is awesome. And make sure you check out my hashtag. Hashtag business credit is real. Oh, one more thing. If y'all got questions, put them in the chat. I really want to take most of the questions at the end so it doesn't slow me up because I'm going to go into a lot of detail, just so you know. But I'll answer all the questions at the end. But I'll answer some questions along the way because there's not too many of us in here. So cool. So, and you can take notes. All right. Make sure you're taking notes because I'm going to be going fast. So get ready to take those notes. All right. So, check out the hashtag business credit is real. And I made that business credit is real because I had this buddy of mine when I started doing business credit. He said that business credit ain't real, man. So we argue back and forth over and over again about the business credit. And he could not tell me why it wasn't real. And I could only tell him reasons why it is real. So then I made this hashtag just for him. So business credit is real. Hashtag that. So business credit has no effect on your personal credit. No personal guarantee is needed to build business credit. Business credit building is fast. Anyone can see your business credit reports. Now, going back to the fastness, right? So business credit is fast because there's only one factor that affects your score, and that is how you pay your bill. But for personal credit, there's 5 factors on that affect your credit score. Okay, so that's key. That's key to know, right? There's 5 factors for your personal credit. One of them is utilization, and the utilization is 30%. Okay, anyone can see your business credit reports. When you have business credit, you have greater borrowing ability, and there is no collateral, cash flow, or good credit needed in order to build business credit. Okay, just so you know. Okay, every successful business in America has business credit. This is how business is done with business credit. Okay, now what you see now is what anybody can see. You would go to the Experian website, and there's a place on the website that you can put your business name and your address. Okay, this one is for Facebook. They're in Menlo Park, California, and they have 40 trade lines. You see that? 40 trade lines. Now, what I want to do now is just go over what the trade line is, because this is like the basis for building business credit. It's the trade lines. Just like building a house, you have bricks, right? So you got the bricks, and you got all, the more bricks you got, the more sturdy your house is, right? Well, the same thing with trade lines. The more trade lines you have, the better off you are. Okay, so that's why I wanted to make sure that you know what a trade line is, right, from the beginning. Okay, so this is what a trade line is, just so that we're eye to eye, right? Okay, so when you go to a company and you get an account, right? They gave you an account, and you could buy something on credit, right? So when you buy something on credit, and then they give you an invoice. So now you have the item. You didn't pay him yet. You got the invoice, right? So then it's time to pay him. So this is what happens when you pay this invoice. When you pay this invoice, that company sends a report to the business credit reporting agencies. This report says XYZ company. XYZ company has a limit with us. They have an account, and they have X amount of dollars limit with us. And they bought something, and they paid it in X amount of days. So this is what the report says, and they send it over to the business credit reporting agencies. The agencies put this information on your business credit profile. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. Okay? That's one trade line. All right? So, does anybody have any questions of what a trade line is? You can open up your mic, you can type it in the chat. All right? And I want you to know that, because this is the most part, this is important, right? Knowing the trade lines. This is the basis for building business credit. Okay. So nobody typed nothing in the chat, and nobody said nothing. So I'm thinking everybody knows what a trade line is. So we're gonna move forward. Okay. Okay. On this screen here is Microsoft. Microsoft Corp. They're in Redmond, Washington, and they have 131 trade lines. Do you see that? And here's Walmart. So for Walmart, 80% of all the revenue that Walmart takes in comes from business credit. Okay. All the 80% of the revenue that Walmart takes in comes from business credit. And this is how they do it. They'll go to Bounty and say, hey, Bounty, I need some toilet paper. Right. So the owner does not go in his pocket and pay for the bill. He doesn't call the accounting department. The toilet paper shows up to the store. They put it on the shelf. We go into the store. We buy it. They take our money and they pay for that toilet paper. And then Bounty says, "Hey, you did that good. Here's here's 5 more truckloads of toilet paper. Just keep flipping that." Right? So that's how business credit is done. All right? From the big corporate level down to the small business level. Okay? Like the corner store. When the corner store gets a bread delivery, they're not paying for that bread right there. They're counting how many units came in, how many units went out. Okay? Small businesses could do that. Even startups can do this. Okay? So this is how business is done. All right? Okay, how we can help. Business Credit Builder. We show you how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. Our high-tech software helps you build your business credit to access high-limit store credit, business loans, and credit lines. We work with all legitimate types of funding programs that are available today, offering funding through hundreds of investors and lenders through a multitude of different funding programs. All right? So that's how we can help you. And there's not that many companies that do that. Both um, help you build your business credit and have access to the loans and credit lines. Let's see. Oh yeah. That's how Walmart got rich. Hell yeah. Using business credit, right? Just flipping, right? Okay. How do you build business credit? All right. This is how we do it. We're gonna go step by step. All right. Who's ready for that? Okay. Who's that? Yep. Overstreet. Yep. Okay. Fundability. As a business owner, you may be beginning to hear the word fundability a lot. It may come from lenders, various media platforms, or your own current creditors. What is fundability? The ability of your business to get funding. When lenders consider funding your business, does it appear to them to be a good idea to make the loan? What do they look at to make the determination? How does a business become fundable? When a lender considers lending to your business, do they feel that you are a high risk? Oops. Do you appear to be a business that can and will pay the debt? Lenders are in it for the money, right? How does a business get fundability? How does a business get fundable? To start, you must make sure your business is set up properly. This is the most important piece, setting up your business properly. Okay. A great business score, a business credit score is important. In addition, there are many other aspects that are necessary for fundability as well. Let's see, somebody said something in the chat. Let's do it. Okay, a potential creditor needs to see that your business is legitimate and profitable. Many loan applications are denied approval due to fraud concerns. Others simply because something didn't match up and threw up a red flag. Maybe the addresses or the phone numbers didn't match on a couple of reports and it just looks unprofessional. Okay. If you understand what fundability is and how to get it, you can shut down any such red flags before they cause you problems. Okay, the foundation of fundability is how your business is set up. It has to be set up to appear to be a fundable entity separate from you, the owner. Okay, now you don't have to be able to pay a bill, you just have to appear to be able to pay a bill. Okay. So these are the things that you need. You need a business name, a business address, a business phone, an EIN number, a DUNS number, a website, and a business email address. You need all of these, okay? Without fret, okay? So let me see something. Let's go down into it. Like, like the business name, right? The business name. You go to the Secretary of State and you register your business name. In Georgia, it costs $100. In New York, it costs about 275. Florida about 250. California about 800. Right. So every state is different. Right. And when you apply for your business name, they're going to ask you um, to select an entity. Right. So the entity is either going to be a sole proprietorship, a partnership, a LLC, or a corporation. What you need to know is in order to separate your business liability from your personal liability, you must choose an LLC, which is a limited liability corporation, or a corporation. If you choose a partnership or a proprietorship, then you are personally liable for what happens with that business. Okay? Let's go down to the business address. Business address. There are three options for your business address, and there's no more options. The first option is the brick and mortar. You definitely need a place where you can accept packages. Okay, that's the first option. The second option is a virtual office address. Okay, virtual office address. Okay, um, and there are virtual office companies that will provide you a virtual address for as low as $50 a month. Okay. And these virtual office companies, they offer other services too. Like when your mail comes in, they'll open the mail, scan it, and then email it to you. Okay, they'll do that. They also will offer you a office in their office space, right? So you could go in and work out of the office. And when you have that, then they give you access to the break room, the meeting rooms, and the receptionist that they have in a nice big, nice plush lobby, right? Okay. And then the third option is your home address. And that's the last option, right? And the reason why it's the last option is because creditors and lenders do not perceive home-based businesses as being credible. Okay. But they look at this on a case-by-case basis. Right. So for instance, let's say you have a hairstyling company, right? You're doing hair at the crib, right? Well, they're thinking to themselves, well, maybe she might be able to pay that bill doing hair from the crib. But then on the other side, let's say you're a trucking company. Well, maybe you can't keep all of those trucks at the house. So they're trying to see if this actually makes sense, right? So um and something else that you need to know is that on your Dun and Bradstreet credit report is a Google Maps picture of your business location. So they're looking right at the crib. They're looking at the front door of the crib. All right. So they're trying to see if this makes sense. Okay. So that's the three options. You cannot use, that's the three options for an address. You cannot use a P.O. box or a UPS address. The reason why is because when you have this application, right? This application got different fields on it, right? And each field that they're asking for information from you, they're actually doing something, okay? They're actually doing something, okay? So, in the address portion, what they are doing is pulling up a database of all P.O. boxes and all UPS addresses. And if you come up on that list, then they can deny you and they don't have to tell you why. Okay. So cool. That's the three options for the address. Your business phone. You need a local telephone number. A local telephone number that's listed with 411 National Directory. And this is the necessary step right there. All right. To have this local number listed with 411 National Directory. Okay. Now, if you got a number already, then you can list it by going to listyourself.org. Okay. Hope y'all are keeping up. I know I'm going fast, but yo, keep up. All right. So, you got your business phone. Tiff, you got a question? Go ahead, run it.
So if I have a landline in my home, I can go to that listyourself.org and add that landline?
No, you cannot use your landline from your home.
Okay.
All right. Right.
Well, I mean, even if your address is listed as your home address?
That's right.
Okay. Okay.
Right. You cannot use that home address and you cannot use a cell phone for the same reason I told you about the business address. So on the application, in the business phone portion, they're looking up a database of all home telephone numbers and all cell phone numbers. And if you come up on that list, they can deny you and they don't have to tell you why they denied you, right? So I'm gonna tell you about who to use to get that, telephone number though, all right? Hold one second. I got somebody said something in the chat here. Oh, Samantha's keeping up. I have an 800 number, Nisha. Okay, great. Cool. I'm gonna tell you about the 800 number too. Okay, so cool. The local telephone number is what we was talking about, right? So boom, you need that local number listed. And when you list it, it attached to your address. Okay. When you list it, it attaches to your address. Okay. So you also need an EIN number. I'm not going to tell too much about an EIN number. You know what that is. Employer identification number. The two things that you do need to know though is that you cannot build business credit without an EIN number. The other thing that you need to know is that your EIN number is free. So I'm not going to spend that much time on the EIN number, but if you still have questions about it, feel free. Okay. DUNS number. Well, let me skip the DUNS number. We're going to do website, right? So websites, you need a website. Point blank, you need a website because they're going to check, right? They're going to go to Google. They're going to put your business name in, and hopefully they find your company. And when they do find your company, they'll skip over that nice and pretty home page. And they're going to go straight to the contact page because they want to make sure all your information is right. And so when they get to that contact page, they're going to look at the business name. They're going to look at the telephone number, and they're going to look at the address. And they're going to look to see if it's the same information that you put on the application. See, now they're waiting for you to slip up. Okay. They're waiting for you to slip up now. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So they're gonna do that. You better believe they're gonna do that. You need that website, right? And you need a business email. The lenders and creditors do not want to see you do business from a free email service like Gmail, Yahoo, right? They want to see you do business from your business email. So your email should be your name at yourbusinessname.com, right? That's like some common sense type of stuff, right? But it's just good to know how they're thinking, right? Because if they're thinking that you contacting them from your Gmail, well, who is this person? This could actually be anybody that we're getting ready to get this account to, and they contacted me from a Gmail, right? They don't want to see that. They want to see you contact them from your business information. Let's see who got a question. Samantha, can I have you check out my business website and you tell me what's missing? Not right now. I will at the end. Remind me at the end, and I'll do that. All right. Bet that. I'll do that for you, Samantha. Let's see. Javiland, where can we get business phone numbers from? Okay. I'm gonna tell you, Javiland. Am I pronouncing that? I think I'm murdering your name every time I say it. I think I'm murdering your name. Okay, and I said I'm going to go back to the DUNS number, right? So boom, the DUNS number. Once you got all these stuff set up, the name, address, phone, EIN, website, and your business email, now we're going to run over to Dun and Bradstreet and request a DUNS number. And the DUNS number is free. Now, what is the DUNS number? The DUNS number is an identifying number issued by Dun and Bradstreet. So a lot of applications you run into will have a spot to put your DUNS number. And if you see that and you have your DUNS number, you're doing good, because when you put that DUNS number in, that means when you make a payment, they know exactly where to send the report to. They know exactly what business profile to put this payment information on. Okay. And if you fill out an application and you don't have your DUNS number and they're asking for a DUNS number, I probably wouldn't even apply, because when I do make that payment, I want them to know where to put the payment, where to send the report to. Okay. You want them to know where to put that report. All right. They won't, they might, if they don't have that DUNS number, they might not report the DUNS. All right. So it's good to have that. And it takes about 30 days. Freedom Voice is it, Nisha. I'm a school you though. Freedom Voice is it. Okay, so contact information. The first step in setting up the foundation of fundability is to ensure your business has its own business phone number, fax number, toll-free business address. Okay, we talked about that fax, the telephone number, right? So the telephone number is necessary. Okay, telephone number is necessary and listed as necessary. The 800 number and the fax number is not so necessary, but this is how it goes. When they see your application and they check that local telephone number, they're gonna check it. Okay. And they see that it is listed properly with the right address. Okay. Then they see you got this 800 number, and then they see you got this fax number. Now you're looking like you can pay a bill. Okay. You're looking more credible now to them, not to me, but to them, you're looking more credible. Okay. That's how they think. I don't know why, but that's how they think. Okay. Here goes the local number suggestion. You can do any one of these companies will set up you this local number. All right. Freedom Voice, Ring Central, Vonage. My go-to is Freedom Voice. Freedom Voice will give you a local number for $9.95, and they will list it for $3 a month. So $13 a month you need to spend at least. And they'll give you a fax number and an 800 number for under $20 a month. Okay? So Freedom Voice is the go-to. And just so you know, Freedom Voice is setting up this stuff is a two-step process. So you go there and you set up and you order your telephone number. And then once you got your telephone number and you got that paid, then you need to call them back and add the listing service. Do you call them back and say, hey, I need to add the national listing service? Okay. I need to be listed on the national directory. All right. And then they're going to list it. They're going to ask you for your address and then we'll list the telephone number. It takes about 2 days. Okay. That's what you got to do. Now, Ring Central and Vonage, they start you at $25 a month. But all of these will be excellent. Freedom Voice, they got it set up where, well, all of these, they got it set up where you can have extensions like press 1 for sales, press 2 for customer service, press 3 for I need a refund. You know what I mean? So that's what they do. So that's good. Freedom Voice and Ring Central and Vonage will make your phone sound like you're a big corporation. All right. Now, this is my go-to for virtual office addresses. All right. Now, a lot of my clients, they don't use their home address. They don't have a brick and mortar, and they don't want to use their home address because they just don't want to share their home address with people. Okay. Which I can understand. That's cool. So they use a virtual office address. They have to pay at least $50 a month, right? And this is my go-to, DaVinci. If you go to this website, businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, then you'll be able to see a telephone number to call for DaVinci. There'll be a person to call, a person to ask for. Her name is Mary. And there is explicit verbiage for you can tell Mary exactly what you want because you cannot have any old address. Okay? Let's see. Something's in the chat. Samantha said, I saw them when I was first searched for a virtual office. Oh, word. DaVinci. Yeah. See, DaVinci is going to hook you up because what they do is when they give you the address that you need, they send a form to the post office. So your business can have a unique address. Like, when you fill in addresses in Google, right? Before you finish typing, Google will present the address or suggestions, right? So that's how your address needs to come up, automatically populate. Okay. Now, what is fundability? The foundation of fundability. This is this EIN number. We talked about the EIN number, right? So I'm not going to talk about the EIN number more than I have. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm not going to talk about the EIN number, but you definitely need it, right? And don't pay for it. Don't pay for an EIN number. You have to incorporating your business as an LLC, S corp, or corporation is necessary to fundability. It lends credence to your business as one that is legitimate. It also offers some protection from liability. Go ahead, Tiff. I see you.
Real quick question. I was actually at my bank yesterday telling him about this webinar series that I've been watching and how I want to take a change in my direction for my business.
Okay.
And I asked him a question. He couldn't answer it. So I'm going to pose this to you. Can I go ahead and file my EIN, do my LLC get all of the information I need, but I have not started my practice yet.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because I don't, if I, am I paying taxes now, even though my
No,
business isn't really up and running? That
no,
was my question to him.
you only pay taxes on money you make, right?
Right.
Actually, the profits that you made. So you're only paying taxes on the money you make, right? You can set up your business and not do anything with it if that's what you want to do, right?
Well, it's just the situation I'm in at the moment is what
Right.
I have to do. What I have
Right,
to do.
right. Yeah. So it's no problem having a business sit there and you're not doing anything. You're preparing. You're doing research and development. We're not ready yet, but we're set up. We're official. All right. You're not gonna get taxed, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So it's good.
Right.
The answer to that question is yes. Yeah, you can. Right.
Okay. Thank
All right.
you.
Uh-huh. Who else got a question? Let's see. Samantha got a question. What about filing an annual report? An annual report with who? Um, what is what is needed to fill it out? Well, who are you filling out the report to? What annual report you talking about? I'm confused right now. For my business, an annual report. Do you mean your taxes? I don't know. I don't know what report you're talking about. Is that your taxes to the IRS? Is that where the report's going?
Sorry, I think she means like her, if she's a corporation, you have to file it with the state every year. You have to file
Oh yeah,
corporate.
that's the renewal process, right? So when you get incorporated, you keep that name for 1 year, right? And then at the end of that year, they ask you to renew. In Georgia, it's $50. Okay, every state is different, right? So in Georgia, you renew every year for $50, and then if you don't renew, and then they have suspended your name, then at some point in time, I don't know exactly what point in time it is, a certain amount of days after it is dissolved, then it costs you $250 to get it back. All right. In Georgia, well, that's how it is in Georgia, right? So every state is different how they deal with that. So I hope we answered that question. I appreciate that clarity, Miss Tiff. Okay. So we're talking about incorporating and the entity. So I already talked to you about the entity. You make sure you select the LLC or the corporation, right? Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so once you got your Secretary of State and you got your EIN number, then you're able to go get a bank account with those two things, an EIN number and your certificate from the Secretary of State. And that certificate takes about 30 days, all right? So every state is different, right? So boom, when you get to that bank, they're gonna ask you for your ID. And they will ask you for your ID only to identify who you are. So they got some kind of rule that says if somebody's opening up a business bank account, we got to know who it is. That's how they do that. They just have your ID on us on file to identify who you are. And another thing about this bank account is that, let's say you're on check systems at this bank, right? You can still go in there and set up a business bank account. They cannot go in your business bank account and try to satisfy a personal debt. Okay? That's what you need to know. That's some people will say, well, shoot, I can't go to the bank. They're gonna gank my funds. Not from your business bank account. Okay. Okay. So most vendors and lenders require a business to have a business bank account in order to get approved. Because credible and lendable companies have a bank account, right? That's how they think, right? They say if you in business and you a business, you rocking your business, you got a bank account, all right? So they ask you to supply your bank name and they ask you to supply an account number just so they can make sure you have a bank account. That's all. They can't go in to see how much money you got or nothing like that. They're just seeing that you got a bank account under your business name. Let's see. Shay got a company. Is it Shay got a question. Is it better to get a business bank account with a credit union? I don't know if it's better. It's like going to go buy a hamburger. Which hamburger tastes better to me? Right? It's it's like which bank has the services that are best for me? Well, this one over here doesn't charge me for my monthly fees. Or this one over here, hey, they charge me $35 for overdrafts while the other one charges me 25. So it's like a shopping thing, you know? You go shop, all right? You go shop for the bank that's good for you. And you try to get a bank that is familiar with doing loans to your type of industry. Like if they're familiar with your industry, right? So you won't, if you're a farmer, you don't go to a bank that ain't never did no farming loans, right? But that's neither here nor there. Just go and get a bank account that's a business bank account. All right. Some got some fees. You might want to see which one's gonna cost you the less, right? Just shop around. Word is born, Miss Shay. Okay. Boom. Let's go forward. Licenses. What is fundability? It is being a legitimate business. Okay. For a business to be a legitimate, it has to have all the necessary licenses it needs to operate. The most common mistake is having the appropriate license but listed with an old address. Do the research you need to do to ensure you have all of the licenses necessary and legitimately run your business at the federal, state, and local levels. Now, the most common mistake, though, is that people got their licenses, but they got an old address on there, and that will get you denied. And they don't have to tell you why they denied you. Okay? Okay, there's another question up in here. Let's see what we got. Samantha. La, la, la. Let's see what happened here. Did I miss a question? You want to look at the bank that have a reputation for lending to minority business owners. Okay, yeah. If that's your thing, then yeah. If that's what's important to you, then you look for that, right? Samantha, like Miss Overstreet said, if that's your thing, then you look for minority type of banks that are familiar with minority loans and stuff. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Bet. All right. Y'all might know each other by now. Y'all been all in here together in the crash course. Okay. Um, what is fundability? It is having a website, a business website, and a business email. Lenders and creditors will deny you if you do not have a website. So you want your website to be yourbusinessname.com. Having like wiki.yourbusinessname.com is not good. You need your own domain name, which is having your website being yourname.com. Spend the time and money necessary to ensure your website is professionally designed and works well. Your business needs a dedicated business email address. Make sure it has the same URL as your website. Okay, so don't use a free service like Yahoo or Gmail. And don't use party chick at Yahoo. All right, y'all already know that. Okay, now these are my web hosting. This is my web hosting package. All right. Small business web hosting package, and it is all inclusive. That means you don't have to do anything. I do everything. And you got your website, you got your email, and we doing updates and all that stuff. So this is what you get with your website. You get domain registration, 12 months web hosting, your website design, monthly updates, unlimited emails, expert customer support, internet consultation. The website start at $350, right? And they renew at $150. So for the first year, you just $350 for the first year. The second year, it'll be $150 to renew it. All right. Cool beans. All right, let's move forward. What is fundability? The fundability of foundation. Business credit reports. Who got a question? Let's see. Somebody got a question? Awesome price. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. For the websites, you ain't gonna get a better deal. Now, I'm gonna tell you that you'll be able to find people that do websites for much more than that price. You can find people that do websites for much less than that price. But with this website stuff, you get what you pay for, right? And this one here is designed for small businesses. So it's economical. It gets done what you need done. You tell me what you need done, and I'll tell you if I can do it. If I can't do it, I'm going to let you know I can't do that. All right. Um, because I got your best interest at heart. I don't need the business that much to steer you wrong, to try to get you to give me money to get a website, and I'm not going to help you. All right. I'm definitely going to be helping you with this website stuff. All right. So boom, let's go to business credit reports. Okay. So far we've covered what I call step one, which is credibility or fundability, which is the most important piece to building business credit. Because if you get one thing wrong in setting up your business, then it can affect you getting funds for the rest of your business life, right? So the credibility piece to setting up your business is the most important piece. All right. So spend the time to make sure it's done right from the beginning before you run into errors and have to go back and change stuff, right? I get clients like that all the time. Okay, so business credit reports. You need to understand the importance of your business credit reports and how to read them. Your business credit reports is the blueprint for tracking your trade lines. So remember, I said the trade lines is the bricks that build your business credit, right? The more bricks you have, the stronger your house is, the more trade lines you have, the better your business credit is, right? So the business credit reports for your business is the blueprint for building your house, for building your business credit. So when you go get these trade lines and you make these payments, you go back to your business credit reports to make sure that the payment you just made is sent to the business credit reporting agencies in a timely manner and accurately, and they actually put it on your business credit reports. And this is not always done because these companies are in it for the sale, and they don't do much work after the sale. They don't care if your trade line hit or not. They made the sale, right? So they don't care if your trade line hit. Now they have procedures to get that trade line over, but sometimes it just don't happen for whatever reason, and you got to follow up on them. And this happens all the time. Okay. And you need to be able to read your business credit reports. Okay. Because, like, on your credit reports, they don't tell you what vendor just made that payment to. They'll say, like, if it's Home Depot, they'll say Home and Garden. They spent $50, right? And they paid it in X amount of days. They're not going to say what the vendor is. So when you read your business credit reports, it's a lot about process of elimination. So I tell my clients that we make a Excel spreadsheet, and for every vendor, we have the name of the vendor, who they report to, the invoice, the due date, how much it is, the date I paid it. So that later on, you can come back and say, I paid it on such and such a date. It should be there now. Let's call them up, or whatever the action is. Okay. You got to know how to follow up on them, and you got to be on them, because they won't send it, and you just be sitting back there thinking that your trade line is there, and they don't care about your trade line. And then when you call them to ask about your trade line, the person that's the reception picking it up don't even know what a trade line is or who they report to, because that's just the receptionist, right? The salesperson just trying to make a sale. So a lot of times you gotta call the credit department, and sometimes the person that picked up the phone in the credit department don't know who they report to, because some of these companies use a third party to transmit these trade lines over. So sometimes you got to get with the credit manager, right? And then sometimes the credit manager don't know who they report to, because they use that third party, right? So you got to do a lot of tracking. Okay, that's just so you know. So the most popular three business credit reporting agencies are Dun& Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. The FICO SBSS is that's what they look at if you're applying for an SBA loan. Okay. Now you can find out if they got a report for you by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/reports. Okay. In addition to the business credit reporting agencies that directly calculate and issue credit reports, there are other business data agencies that affect those reports indirectly. LexisNexis and the Small Business Finance Exchange. These two agencies gather data from a variety of sources, including public records. This means they can even have access to information relating to automobile accidents, liens, and more. While you may not be able to access or change the data the agencies have on your business, you can ensure that any new information they receive is positive. Enough positive information can help counterreact any negative information from the past. In addition to the EIN, there are identifying numbers that go along with the business credit reports. These, when considering what is fundability, you need to be aware that these numbers exist. Some of them are simply assigned by the agency, like the Experian BIN. That's the business identification number. See, so for Experian, they issue this number. For Dun& Bradstreet, you have to apply for this number, okay? You have to apply for the DUNS number. And one thing about applying for the DUNS number is that the DUNS number is free. And when you apply, you won't get the number until about 30 days. And in that time, they will call you and they will email you and they will convince you that you have to pay something, because their sales team is ridiculous on swole. All right. They will convince you got to pay something, but I'm letting you know that it is free as free to free. Okay. Bet. Okay. Your credit history has everything to do um, with related to your credit score, which is a huge factor in the fundability of your business. Now, I've told you that you can get funding having bad personal credit, and you build your business credit and get funding. You can do that, right? But we're talking about fundability, and that's how fundable you are. So having good personal credit increases your fundability. You have more options because you have good personal credit. All right. And I won't go over all the details to the personal credit, but if you got good personal credit, you got more options to get access to funding. Okay. So I won't go over that. Okay. Align your business information correctly. This is a problem because a ton of loan applications are turned down each year due to fraud concerns simply because they do not match up. You have to use your exact business legal name, your business address, your business phone. You got your address listed at the IRS that's attached to your EIN number, insurance companies, licenses, website, bank account. The key to this piece of business fundability is to monitor your reports frequently, right? Monitor your reports frequently. When it comes to business credit reports, you can monitor through the reporting agencies directly, who will charge you about $100 per month. When you do business with us at Business Credit Builder, we charge you $25 a month for all 3 reports. So we save you some money there. Actually, a good little stack of money right there. Okay? So we're looking out for you. We use a system called NAV, and NAV pulls all 3 and gives you the information that you need to help you build your business credit. Okay? Both your personal and business tax returns need to be in order. Not only that, but you need to be paying your taxes, both business and personal. Business financials. A fundable business maintains financials monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Having financial statements on demand lends credence to the legitimacy of your business. Personal tax returns. Often, tax returns for the previous 3 years will suffice. Get a tax professional to prepare them. This is the bare minimum you will need. Other information lenders may ask for include check stubs and bank statements, among other things. Okay, there are several other agencies that hold information related to your personal finances that you need to know about. Everyone knows about the FICO score. There are also stuff like check systems. If you've been convicted of a crime, they can find that out. If you have a bankruptcy or a short sale on your record, and liens or UCC filings, okay? All of this can and will play into the fundability of your business. Okay, so much plays into the business that you would not even think about. How fundable is your business? Is your contact information consistent? Choose lending products that is best for your business. So that's one of the things that we help with, is choosing the right product to apply for. Like, for an example, a credit line is different than a business loan, because a credit line, it only charges you interest for the portion of the money that you use, while a business loan, you pay interest on the total amount that they give you from the beginning. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay. Do you need to try a traditional line of credit? Would a working capital loan or an expansion loan work best for your needs? Choosing the right product to apply for can make all the difference. Now, look at this chart. This chart has all the factors related to building your business credit, your fundability, rather. Let's say that. Okay, all this affects how fundable your business is. All of this stuff. Look on the left. There's credibility. You got the industry that you're in, the business name, the business 411 listing, the bank account, your business entity, your website, email. See, all of this stuff lends into how fundable your business is. On the right-hand side, you got the application process, your financial statements, and your business credit reports. See, all of that affects how fundable your business is. So setting up your business right is real important. Does anybody have any questions at this point before we go to the next step? No questions, we keep going. Boom. So we got the credibility set up, which is your name, address, all that type of stuff, right? Then we talked about your business credit reports. So now what we need to do is actually build business credit. Okay. And this is not so easy because now you got to find vendors that will give you credit when you have no credit. And they have to report to the business credit reporting agencies. So that's two things that is really hard to find in one company. See, so that many companies are going to give you credit when you have no credit, right? And then there's only 10% of all businesses report to the business credit reporting agencies. Okay. That's because they are under high requirements and stipulations to even be able to report. Okay. So when we do find a company that's going to give us a little credit, when we have no credit and report, we're going to find a company that's going to give us a net 30 account, a vendor account, which means they're going to give us a little credit. And when we use this credit, we have to pay the total balance in 30 days. The total balance in 30 days, hence the term net 30. Okay. A business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report company is with small amounts of credit. So these net 30 accounts, the reason why we're going to do these net 30 accounts is to create your business credit profile. Because right now, at the steps that we have taken, we don't have jack. We got set up. We know about the business credit reports, but we ain't got jack, right? So this is so that we can create a business credit profile. The business can be approved for small amounts of credit to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial accounts in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts. And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and a 411 listing. And I told you about that already. So, oh wow, look at this. Here is a vendor who will approve you for initial credit even if you have none now. Actually, Strategic Network Solutions does not report anymore. And I used to say in my presentations that this is the first company I go to, but they don't even report anymore. And who was that, Miss Overstreet? Was it you that told me that you have a Summa Office Supplies account? They don't report anymore either. Well, they report to credit. They report to the one that you don't need. I forgot the name of it. Credit something. Who's up in here in the question in the chat box? Let's see. Oh, it wasn't you? Oh, okay. Okay, it wasn't you. Cool. It was somebody that was in here. But anyway, I'm gonna give you some right now. Okay. For a matter of fact, this is the extra detailed presentation, and I'm going to show you. All right. Um, you know what? That might mess me up some if I did that. But I can show you at the end if you really want to know. But I'm gonna tell you something off the dome. All right. You ready? Here we go. Okay, Quill, QUILL.com. Quill. They sell office supplies. Now, the thing about Quill is this. During COVID, it was my understanding that they stopped providing these net 30 accounts, or they're going to ask you to make a transaction first before you get that net 30 account. Okay. Here's another one. Uline, uline.com. They sell janitorial supplies, food service supplies, stuff like that. Right. Somebody else is in the chat box. Let's see what's up. Oh, that's a message at Samantha. Do I need to read that? Oh, she's talking about BB&T. Who was here for the when the BB&T lady came? She was telling me about some good stuff. I think I'm going to change my. I think I'm going to add a business account over at BB&T too.
Hey
Okay.
Noel, this is Kimberly, if I may add.
Yeah.
I bank with them, and I'm a veteran-owned business as well. I'm a veteran.
Okay.
And they did a presentation for, veterans. I can't remember an agency was, maybe it was SBA or something. And BB&T spoke. And they stand behind, supporting women and minority-owned businesses. Because of a lot of us business owners, during the COVID, even if you had a banking relationship, if you didn't have a couple of 100,000 in the bank, those lenders, you put your information in the lender portal and it goes military, we say file 13. So the thing is, you want to be able to know your banker, let him or her know you, right? If you're in Atlanta, I got a great guy. His name is Terrence at BB&T. You can call him, you can text him, you can email him, and he will get you to the steps that you need to be based upon your business needs. So I would encourage you to look at them if they're in your market.
Yeah. Yeah. They was on here. I had the VP of Truist on the webinar Monday. So you can
Right,
check out the
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
check
check
out
them
the
out.
YouTube channel and you can see that replay. And she talks about all the things that BB&T now Truist helps small businesses with. And she had a nice presentation. I ain't going front. Yes, thank you, Miss Overstreet. Okay, so as we continue, as we proceed, some vendors may require. Oh, we got another zone. Yeah, we in this together, right? No doubt. Some vendors require an initial prepaid order before they can approve your business for terms. We need to have a total of at least 5 net 30-day pay accounts reporting. You see, that's why I got this car. You see the car? The car got the number 5 on it. So you need 5 net 30 accounts, right? Now, check out the smoke, right? But check out his face. His face is like, yo, I got credit. We rolling now. You see? So you need 5 net 30 accounts. All right? That's how we get there. 5 net 30 accounts. All right. All right. Um, Revolving accounts. So after 5 trade lines are established using vendor accounts, obtaining obtaining a obtaining revolving accounts is the next step. This is where you want to be at the revolving account step. This is where you want to be. Okay. Revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not pay the required not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. That's cool, right? They give you a minimum amount to pay, just like a credit card. right? Most major stores do offer business credit, including Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple, BP, Chevron, Rachel. See, there's a whole bunch, all right? And there's more than this that are revolving accounts. But let me tell you about these revolving accounts. You cannot go straight to them. You need to have credit. That's why we did the net 30s first. Okay? Remember I said each step is needed for the next step. So we need those net 30s so that we can come to these revolvings. Okay? We need those net 30s, yo. Okay, once 10 accounts are on the credit, an owner can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, Amex type cards. But you need 10 trade lines. 10 trade lines. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. I saw that comment you made, Miss Hudson. Yeah. Uline and Crown Office. Those are good joints. Yep. Okay, so let's see. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit limit account on the business report. So try to have 10 accounts with at least one of them having a $10,000 high limit. And this is what you do to do that. You get these revolving accounts. You pick one of them and you use them more often. And when they see you have been making timely payments, about 3, then you can call them and ask them to increase your limit. You want to keep doing this until you got a $10,000 limit or even higher, right? So my thing to do this is I do about 3 transactions and then I call them and ask for an increase. Sometimes that works, sometimes it don't work. Some of them say, we only consider you for an increase after 6 months. So now I know when to call them after 6 months and I made some on-time payments, then they're gonna, if that's their situation and they see me making some on-time payments, then that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna get down and increase. Looks like we got another question. Let's see. Nisha says, with the net 30 account, can you pay the account off in the same month you open the account? Okay, that's a good ass question. That's a hella question because the answer to that in general is no. Every vendor does this differently. So some vendors will not send in the report if you buy the item and you pay for the item in the same month. So this is my strategy for that, right? Okay. Some vendors will not report if you buy the item and pay for the item in the same month. So this is what I do. This is my formula for getting my trade lines. Okay? So one thing you need to know is who they report to and when they report. Most of them report at the end of the month. So for the ones that report at the end of the month, this is what I do. I buy the item close to the end of the month, around the 25th. And then at the end of the month, they're going to report. And when they report, I want to owe for that bill. Okay? And then I'm going to pay within the first week of the next month, like about the 5th, so that I pay the bill off within 14 days. Because when you pay the bill off in 14 days, the report they send in says, hey, they paid it early. Now, if you pay the bill between the 15th day and the 30th day, then the report they send in says you paid it on time. Okay. Now, if you paid on the 31st day or after that, then the report that they sent in says he paid it late. You see that, right? You paid it late now. Okay. After 30 days. Okay. So just to review that, I buy the item about the 25th of the month. And this is for a vendor that reports at the end of the month. I buy the item at about the 25th of the month. At the end of the month, they report, and I owe for that item. And then I pay for it about the 5th of the month within 14 days. Okay? All righty. Okay, so cool. Oh, there was one more question. Let me see if I get to that one more question. I think there was one more question. Can you pay? Okay. And then Samantha said, Miss Overstreet, send me your email, boom, boom, bam, all of that. PG, can you get that phone? Oops, can't do it. All right. Okay, what dates do they report? Um, well, when you get these accounts, you need to ask them when they report. Every company is different. Okay? Every company is different when they report. So you want to ask them who they report to and when they report. Okay. Cool. So it is essential to keep using the credit, keep applying for more, and talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. Okay. Once 10 total accounts are on the credit, an owner can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, American Express type credit. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit limit account on the business report. Try to have 10 accounts with at least one of them having a high 10 high limit. So the first goal was to get to 5 trade lines on your business credit report. And then the idea is to get 10 trade lines on your credit report, not on the way to your credit report. All right. Okay. Let's see. It is essential to keep using the credit, keep applying for more, and talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. If you do this, business credit will keep growing until higher credit credit lines are obtained within 6 to 12 months. So people ask me all the time, how long does it take to build business credit, Noel Booker? And the answer to that is if you do this on your own, it's going to take over 12 months. It usually takes 18 to 24 months. With our company, it usually takes about 12 months. But everybody does this differently because you have to have some administrative, you have to have some patience, and you have to have some money to buy this stuff, right? So, everybody does this differently. All right. I've had a client to do it in 6 months, and I'm going to show you. Okay. So, no skipping steps, 10 trade lines, high limit of 10,000. Cash business credit accounts will match the highest credit limits reported on your business credit profile. When you get to 10 trade lines on your business credit reports, now you can start applying for MasterCard, Visa, American Express. And when you have 10 or more trade lines, you can start applying for loans and credit lines. Okay. We got some more traffic in the chat. Let's see what's popping. When the application calls for, okay, whose question is this? This is Miss Overstreet. When the application calls for personal information, do you provide? As you will most likely have to be PG. Are there any cards outside that does not require a PG? That's a good question. So this is how it runs down. And I'm gonna give you the detailed answer to that, right? So when you are applying for the net 30 accounts and they ask you for your social security number, you want to leave that portion blank on the application. Okay? There's no law saying that you have to put that social on there. All right? And you just put your EIN number in the place where where they ask for the EIN number. You leave the social blank. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so that's for the starter vendors, the net 30 vendors, right? You leave it blank. Now, for the revolving accounts, it's different. Okay. The revolving accounts most likely is funding their credit accounts with a third party, like a bank. And these companies, they are going to need your social because there's a new rule. So they're required to identify who is applying for this loan, for this credit, right? So, and some of them will also require a personal guarantee. Some don't require a personal guarantee, but you still got to give them your social. So the description of this is in the fine print. You have to read it. You have to read that fine print when they ask you for that social, okay? And to determine whether or not they're doing this as a personal guarantee or they're just identifying who you are. And that fine print is most likely going to be in legal terms. So it's like they're tricking you to put your social in the spots, right? So you got to read the fine print. There are companies that require you to have a personal guarantee. You have to read that before you give them that social. I had a client that when he was filling out his applications, he'd call me and be like, yo, I need to take a look at this application because they're asking me for my social and I can't determine whether or not this is a PG. What do you think? So then I look at it and I read that fine print and determine which way to put it. So a lot of those companies, they have two different places to put your social. One will be for a personal guarantee and one will be just to identify who you are. Okay. So I hope I answered that question. The cards outside that does not require. Well, when you go through my program, I'm going to show you exactly where to apply each step of the way. All right. All right. What's this? Tiffany has said something. I know personal credit, if you apply for too many too soon, it doesn't work. Does that apply for businesses? Yes, it does apply for businesses. But that's for like credit cards, not the vendors. You're getting accounts with the vendors. See, the credit cards, they're sharing information. They know that you went over there because they see the inquiries, right? The net 30s, they're not doing inquiries and stuff like that. They're financing your credit in-house. Okay. So they're not sharing that information. But the other people, they are hitting you with an inquiry so they can see whether or not where else you've been inquiring to get credit from. So it won't work. That brings us to the hybrid package that we offer for providing you credit cards, and we apply for up to five credit cards all at one time. But we do that because we have a systematic process to make that happen. If somebody does this on their own, and there's nobody else that does this, so that's the hybrid, or we call it the unsecured credit. I'm gonna tell you about shortly. Okay. All right. Whew, y'all got me working today. Okay. Okay. Here goes 3 ways to get funding that your bank won't tell you about because they don't sell this stuff. Okay? Cash flow financing. Cash flow financing is the most popular type of alternative funding today. These are cash advances that look at bank account management for approval. If you have more than $10,000 in deposits per month, you can get approved. This is the fastest and the easiest money you are going to find to secure money for your business. And I'm running out of time and we're going to be out of here soon. Okay. You must manage your bank account responsibly and have consistent deposits. You can typically get as much as 12% of your annual revenue advance. This is high risk lending as no collateral is pledged. And most of them don't even require FICO, but if they do, it's really low. Collateral-based financing. Collateral-based financing can be obtained if you have some type of viable collateral to offset what you are borrowing. Even as a startup with bad credit, you can still secure collateral financing if you have collateral. Rates are super low, much lower than with conventional SBA loans. Some types of acceptable collateral include accounts receivable. They also call that factoring. Factoring. So my client Jay, remember I told you about my client Jay, the guy that got the freight company? Anyway, he funds his business with factoring, right? So what happens is he has a trucking company. So the trucks make a delivery, they invoice for that delivery, and then they get paid in 30 days. So my client Jay, he uses factoring and gets paid in 24 hours. So not every business can do this, but you have to be a business that can batch and sell your invoices. Okay? Purchase orders. That's for if you have government contracts, municipal agreements to do business with municipalities, governments. All right? When you have a government contract, that's like straight cash money to alternative lenders. The major banks are not going to give you a loan on this. There are alternative lenders that only do government contract lending. Okay? And if they see you got a government contract, you go in there and you say, hey, I got this government contract, but yo, I need this piece of equipment so I can satisfy this government contract. That's straight cash money. You don't even need credit for that. You just need your business set up credibly. Okay? Somebody's in the chat box. What the deal? Miss Overstreet, rates are high on factoring. No, not necessarily true. Everybody's different on that factoring. But basically, factoring is like you got an invoice. They just about know that you're going to get paid for that invoice. So the rates are pretty low for that. Okay. Okay. Stocks, bonds, 401ks. So if you have these type of investments, right, then you can get a business loan. Okay. For example, the 401ks. If you have a 401k, you can get a loan on the amount that you can take out of the 401k. All right. Your 401k or any of your other investments would stay intact. Okay. They would stay intact and you just get a loan on what you can take out. Now, if you don't pay the loan, then your investment is in jeopardy, right? Okay. And what a 401k is you're working at a job, they taking money out and they're giving that money to other companies and they go make money with your money. So my idea is that you can get a business loan and start your business with a loan from off of your 401k. Okay. Revenue lending, that's similar to cash flow funding. and inventory and equipment. If you have inventory and equipment over $100,000, then you can get a business loan. Okay, talk to me more if you do. We can make that happen. Real estate. So if you have equity in your home, you can get a business loan, point blank. Insurance agents. Insurance agents have what they call a book of business, and that's their list of clients, potential revenue. So you can get business loans on that. Okay. Okay, here goes the unsecured credit I was talking to you about. So, unsecured credit, credit-based financing. Okay, credit-based financing is a great way to get money for your business if you have good personal credit or know a guarantor that does. You can secure credit up to 5 times the amount of your highest revolving limit accounts now, up to $150,000. You need a 680 credit score, all right? So this is for people that have good credit. You can access up to $150,000 in 3 weeks, okay? Rates are usually 0% for up to 6 to 18 months. This is no doc funding, so even startups can qualify. Accounts report to the business credit reporting agencies. Private money is also available if you have good tax returns. Venture capital and equity financing, that's like Shark Tank, where they give you money for your business, but they take a piece of your business, okay? Crowdfunding, you know about crowdfunding. You can even get specialized funding to buy equipment, signs, and vehicle wraps. Equipment, right? So there are companies that just do equipment financing. That's all they do is equipment financing. So my client Jay, remember I told you about my client Jay? When I see that $250,000 hit the bank. So this is what he was doing. He got 2 companies, right? One company is a freight company, right? So he got trucks, right? And then the other company is a truck sales company. So what he does is the freight company will go get an equipment loan to buy tractor trailers, right? And then when he gets approved for it, the check goes to his truck sales company. And then he don't have to buy the trucks. He got the money and he figured out the time frame where it just turns into a loan, right? So you don't have to buy the trucks. And then he's like really advanced at this and he don't even pay the loan. So he's just getting straight money because when you default on a business loan, they only come for the assets of the business. Okay? So he got the loophole. He's just getting money. And he got 4 or 5 deals on the table like this at any given time. Okay? So this is how I learned about business credit. Now, the way that he was doing it was like kind of shady, right? It was like not morally sound, but it's all legal, right? But me, I just want to build my business credit, access funding, and get funding so I can rock my business, right? I don't need to go and do all that shady stuff. So that's why I teach you how to build business credit the correct way, trade line by trade line. That's how you do it for real, okay? Okay, so how to easily get business credit and financing all in one place. Now I'm going to run down to you all the details of how you could get this for you, right? All in one place, right? And we're going to be out of here in short. Okay? Business credit builder. Here goes one of my clients. He's Brian from New Jersey. If you go to my website, at the bottom of the page, there are testimonials from my clients. They tell you how the business credit builder works. It's also known as the finance suite. Okay? So check that out at the bottom of my website, businesscreditbuilder.us. So the business credit builder is the easiest and the fastest way to build it's the easiest and the fastest way to get money and credit to build and grow your business. It's a simple solution. You get business credit for your business that's not linked to your social security number through the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding for your business to start, build, and grow. Our cutting edge technology helps you meet credibility requirements before you apply. You can access discounted business credit reports, get a free DUNS number. You get the largest supply of starter vendors to start your business credit. You get a massive selection of revolving store credit with underwriting guidelines. You get hard to find cash credit sources you can get within 120 days. No personal credit check or guarantee is required. You get cash flow financing options for funding with scores as low as 500, collateral-based financing, unsecured financing, private money, venture capital, alternative SBA. Our most popular product is the $150 unsecured, the credit cards that we rock for you, and a 10-year term loan. Now, all my clients that get the core package, they get their own control panel, and it looks like this. Now, it don't have all the buttons on the left-hand side because this is my reseller account, right? But you get something like this, right? Your own control panel for your business. And when you go in, there's a place where you can build your business credit, and we give you each step of the way. And each step, we give you instructions on how to complete that step. We give you a video to help you understand how to complete this step, okay? And if you still can't figure out, we have a staff of advisors that will help you figure out how to complete this step. So it's not like you're doing this by yourself. You got somebody with you, right with you, okay? So when you go in the system, we're taking you step by step, every single detail. When we get to the part where we're building vendors, vendor credit, getting your trade lines, we build credit in 4 tiers of vendors, right? So each tier, we give you about 15 vendors, and we ask you to select 3 of them, right? So when we give you the vendors, this is what they look like. This one is for racetrack. We give you all the details you need to do it, okay? Racetrack reports to Dun & Bradstreet. Their accounts are revolving accounts. We give you their phone, their fax, a description of what they sell, and we tell you exactly how to qualify. If you do this on your own and ask them, how do I qualify? They're going to say to you, fill out this application and I'm going to tell you if you qualify, okay? So we let you know, this is saving you time. We let you know if you're going to qualify before you apply. So you're not wasting time throwing darts at a vendor, okay? So for racetrack, I see that question coming in. For a racetrack, what you need is an EIN number, a DUNS number, a paydebt score of 78. They prefer you be in business for 3 years. They want you to have a business entity and your phone number listed with 411. Boom. I told you all about all of that stuff. So you know when to apply for this and when not to apply. Who got a question? Samantha, I like your program. How much is the core package? Or should I do a consultation? I'm going to tell you what the prices are. And yes, you should do a consultation. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to run down the rundown. All right. Here goes Christine. This is one of my clients. She got all of these approvals in 6 months. But not everybody could do this because she's a stay-at-home mom. Her husband is a truck driver, so she could be at home doing this all day. 6 months, she did not use her social. Sprint, 2,000, Amazon 4,500, tried to supply 5,000, Exxon, 5,000 fleet, Fuel Man fleet, 6,000, BJ 7, BP 8, Lowe's 10, Apple 12.5, Shell 15. Whew. See, this list is over $250,000. Look at PNC Bank. That's $150,000. Line of credit. She told me had she given her personal social, she would have got 250, but she didn't want to do that. She's just rocking her EIN number. So see, she can do it. You can do it too. Okay. Your own personal credit advisor who offers concierge service for 12 months and helps you build your business credit. This is what you get. Your own business credit advisor. You get your own finance officer for 5 years to help you get the best financing for your business. And the best financing is the best terms, the best rates, okay, based on your situation. And we show you how to get qualified. We already have the lenders, and we're showing you how to get qualified. Okay, here's a quick summary before we get out of here. You get your own business finance suite control panel, discounted business credit reports, free DUNS number, largest supply of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit, hard to find credit cash sources, access to cash flow, collateral-based, unsecured, and private money sources. It'll typically take you 18, 24 months if you do this on your own. You do it with us, you can get it done in 12 months. Remember what I said. Each step is needed. For building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step. There is no skipping steps, all right? So I offer 2 different products, the core package and the business credit building program. The core package is just like I said, you have your control panel, right? You got the advisors, you have your finance team. And that's the most valuable piece of the core package is the finance team. The business credit program is a one-on-one consultation with me for 1 year. Okay? Here goes the core package. Get started today as part of this seminar, and you can get started with a huge discount on your premier enrollment plan. It usually retails for $4,400. My price is only $29.95. Okay? You can get $500 off just because you're in this webinar. So your price is $24.95. Now, you can pay that in 2 different ways. You put $1,500 down, make 6 payments of $165, or you can make a single payment of $22.50. Okay? Now, the super hookup, the super homeboy hookup for today is, and I can only do this for one person because I have a certificate from corporate that says I can do this. So one person, if you're serious, when I end this, you call me and I could give you this package for $1,000 today. Okay? I can give you this package for $1,000 today, but only for one person because corporate hooked me up because we're doing this big series and they just hooked me up. They blessed me with something I can pass the benefit on to you. So if you're interested, you can get down, right? I can only do this for one person. So the first person to call me when we finish this webinar can get it for that G, but you got to pay for it today because like first come, first serve, all right? Otherwise, you could do the regular deal. You could do $1,500 down, or you could pay the $22.50 single price, all right? But today, you can get it for $1,000, which, how much am I saving you? From $29.95. That's a bunch of loot, all right? So 1G get you in there today only though, right? Okay, but you got to call me right when we hang up, or the first person that calls. You got to call 404 500 9687. All right, that's 404 500 9687. Let me start all over. 404 500 9687. All right, boom. Now, here goes the business credit building package. This is a one-on-one consultation. This is for the people that cannot afford the big package. All right. So this package goes for $2,500 normally. My package is only $995. You can put down $400, or you can put down a single payment of $750. If you choose the $400 down option, then you'll be paying 3 payments of $195. Easy payments. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it happen for you. Today is good leeway day, so you call me up. I'm doing leeway deals, the homeboy hookup deals, because this week has been good, and I got some nice people in here that's been hanging tough with me. So I'm giving you the hookup, the homeboy hookup opportunities if you're actually interested in this. Okay. Okay. I also got ebooks. Let's say you can't afford the core package, you can't afford the one-on-one consultation. Then you can get an ebook. You got this $50 book, vendors to build business credit. You also got business credit decoded. That's only $10. $9 is perfect credit. That's for perfect personal credit, right? You go to slash ebooks. Now, this is how you schedule a consult. You go to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult, right? Also, if you can't afford none of that, I still got info for you so you can do this. You go to my blog. My blog got tons and tons of information, more than I can put in this presentation. All right. Make sure you subscribe, like, follow all the social medias that you get down on, right? YouTube, subscribe, and the other thing. Subscribe, subscribe, and the other thing. All right. Instagram, get down like that. All right. So call me now if you want to get down on the homeboy hookup. I'm going to pick one person right now who's going to get the free business setup. Let's see who that's going to be. Who wants the free business hookup, the free business setup situation? Go ahead, Tiff, run it.
Oh, no, I was just saying I want it.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool. You raised your
I want
hand real quick.
I need it. My business, I'm doing a complete turnaround after this entire webinar. So
Okay.
you've been amazing. Whether
That's
I
cool.
get it or not, I'm just letting you know you have been amazing.
Thank you very much. Well, shoot.
Whether I get the free one, I'm still going to contact you either way.
Oh, no problem. No problem. No
Okay.
problem. Yeah. I'll set up your business for you. Tiffany will win.
Oh my gosh.
And she said, because she was active, she went out and grabbed it. So boom.
Are you kidding me?
This is how we do it. This is how we get
Oh
down.
my gosh, Noelle,
We help. We here to help. See, when I bless, blessings come back.
I'm going to tell you, when you hear I'm not going to tell the story right now, but today I will real quick. Today's my mother's birthday, and she passed away in 2020. Wow. And I'm having a really hard time with the family being just idiots. And you just blessed me in so many ways. You have no idea how.
Oh my God. You see, I told you somebody's going to get blessed today. Who got that email that said somebody's going to get blessed?
I can't thank you enough.
And when I give blessings, I get blessed every single time. So I don't mind helping people. That's how we get down. Tiff, let me see. Let me write
You're
down.
amazing. Thank you.
Let me write down your info. Let me get your telephone number, Tiff.
I'll give you my cell number. It's 727-614-1084.
Okay. Give me about 30 minutes after this. I'm gonna call you up and we're gonna get this thing started. All right.
All right. Thank you so
Cool.
much.
Man, you making me cry now.
It's just it's a lot
Blessings.
going on right now. So you have
Blessings. Hey,
goodness
love,
gracious. Thank you,
love,
sir.
love is love, and that's how we get down. Tiff was rocking with me from day one this week, from Monday through. She told me she's gonna be here every single day.
Yep.
Let's see how we do.
Thank you.
No
I'll mute myself again and then let you finish. Thank you.
Go ahead. Go ahead. My God. Ain't that a blessing, y'all? Man. Whew. She got me all teary-eyed out here, yo. She got me all teary-eyed. Okay. All right, y'all. So, y'all know the routine. On that core package, $1,000 for this core package. You will never, ever see it any place, and you will never see me offer this again. The $1,000 core package, all right? So you call me right when this is done, and I'll get down, all right? You will never find this any place. So if you got it like that, if you want the core package, this is your opportunity to get it right now. Boom. That's how we do it. Everybody congratulate Tiffany. We got a nice crew too and shit. They know each other now. They like play cousins. Right though? All right. Yeah. Let's get, oh man. This is too much. This is too much. The series, oh man. Miss Overstreet, she was hanging with me. She says, thank you. Great series. Good luck to everyone. Who said this one? Samantha, I like your program. How much is the core package? No, okay, so it's, did you get your answer, Miss Council? Cool, bet. Yes, I'm loving this. All right, y'all. We're gonna end the webinar and end the 4-day funding crash course. I think we did good, and we're gonna do this again. So y'all make sure y'all stay in contact. We're gonna do the series again. We're gonna have Operation Hope again. We're gonna have a Truist Bank, BB&T, now Truist Bank. We're gonna have them back again. We're gonna have the guys at Credit Suite. They're gonna come back. We're gonna have the guys at ROK Financial come back. So you'll look at the emails when I send them out. You should be on the email list. Everything is good. I appreciate y'all. Any last questions before we go? That's gonna do it. Oh yeah, that program is dope. Operation Hope program is dope. All right. Yeah. I do a business credit presentation for Laura Sims all the time. I've been doing it for about 3 years. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for coming. I'm way over the time, like 10 minutes, but that was cool. Tiff, I appreciate you. I'm gonna talk to you again. All right. Everybody have a good night. Thank you for coming through. This is how we get down. This is how we do it. All right. Thank y'all for coming. Blessings. Have a good day. Good evening. Right. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Thank y'all. Good night. Thank you, Miss Erica. Yeah. Good night, everybody.